Hello, Canuck fans. My name is RevTrev. Welcome to Kempner Canucks. Today, we're going to be talking about the battle for the basement. The Canucks struggles continue. And this is where we're at. I don't know if you know this, but we're dead last in the entire NHL. This is what it looks like right now. We've played 31 games. We only have 11 wins, 17 losses, 3 overtime losses or ties, whatever you want to say. We have a minus 24 differential between goals for and goals against. In the last few games, actually, you can just go, we're on a 2-game losing streak because we just lost to Buffalo. By the way, if you look at this list, we've lost to Calgary and Buffalo and I believe the Mammoth. All the teams, didn't we lose the same? I can't even remember who we've lost so many games that I can't even remember. Did we beat Nashville? Like that's it's so like, oh, I'm just expecting us to lose at this stage. And this is the frustrating part, is the Vancouver Canucks are dead last. And so there's this battle for the basement. And you might say, well, why is that important, RevTrev? Because now people have the tankathon is on. The tankathon is on. And whether you like it or not, we are unintentionally tanking. More Canuck fans are happy when we lose than when we win. We're at December 12th, everyone. People are running NHL draft simulators. People are all in the comments, tank. You know what I mean? So ticket prices have plummeted. This is where Vancouver's at. And we're going to talk about the reasons why. We're also going to talk about what they should do from here. And this is, like you heard me say before the season started that we were making the playoffs. I didn't say we were going to be a contender. I said if we can make the playoffs this season, and then build on that, we can be a contender next year. But I did say that one of the keys to us being a playoff, which was a wild card I predicted, was that it was going to be due to health. We had to stay healthy. Now, the Canucks have gambled on a couple key players in Demko and Hedl, but nobody saw the amount of injuries happen like they did. And that's exactly what happened last year, and that was the downfall of the Canucks last season. So how come we can't stay healthy? We're talking about Höglander, Forsberg, like basically the entire team, right? Like that, almost, it feels like that at least. There are so many problems with our Canucks team, and really our identity now is being consistently inconsistent. But if we're honest, like how can we compete? Guys, we just lost to the Buffalo Sabres. We outplayed the Buffalo Sabres and still lost. That's what happened. So we know for a fact that injuries have devastated the Canucks this year, especially at the center position. Look at it. Hedl, Bluger, and now Pettersson. I just want to ask you, like, real quick, okay? Real quick. Take the top 3 centers off of any team in the NHL. Where are they in the standings? I'm telling you, they're at the bottom of the basement. That they're close, because I mean, some might be in the mushy middle, but for Vancouver, these are very, and I think I even spelled devastated wrong. If you know, when you're looking at it and go devastated. Yes, I did. That's wonderful. Isn't that cool? That the on stream. This is embarrassing, everyone. Devastated. Okay. Let's do that better. Be better, RevTrev. The injuries have devastated the Canucks. The fact is like you can't overcome this issue. Okay? This is too big. You have Kempf. You've got Sasson, or Sasson, as they like to say now. Sasson and you know what I mean? This is what if you look at the center positions for this Vancouver, let's bring it up. This is just too good not to share, because I just want you to understand. There's going to be non-Canuck fans watching this, and they're like, why is this team so bad? Okay. why is this team so bad? And so the reason why is right here. As you can see, okay, we're talking about Kempf, Drew O'Connor, who is not a center, guys. He's not a center. He played center. I think the last time he played center was in when he was growing up. Like that's what we're talking about. Sasson and Ratu, that is the 4 centers that we're rolling with on a nightly basis. And that is just not going to, you cannot compete at an NHL level when you have, Kempf hasn't had a point in 11 games, guys. And then on top of all of that, I mean, Besser's struggling. Sherwood scored last night, which is great. But you need those guys and Garland and Besser to make those plays to tie up a game. To go, these are guys who are getting paid to do that. And how do you do that when the team is so depleted? And they've tried to make it balance, these 4 lines, which I appreciate what Coach Foote is trying to do. But this Foote clan is not good enough. It's not good enough. And then on top of all of that, the defensive core has not been good enough. And so we have that. Then you have Demko injury, and now he's back. Blah, blah, blah. That is why the Vancouver Canucks are struggling. There's just no room for error. But the problem is there's lots of error. So what do we do? What do we do with the battle for the basement? And the answer is trade everyone. Is tank and rebuild and do a full rebuild, go down to the studs. And I kept saying, don't do a full rebuild as long as you have a guy like Quinn Hughes. Problem is, it feels like it's an inevitable foregone conclusion that Quinn Hughes will not be a Vancouver Canuck for much longer. Teams are calling, and rightfully so, they should be, right? So you know what I've been saying? I want Quinn Hughes to stay, extend him, but the trade looks more and more realistic. It's going to happen. I'm just preparing myself. The good news is this, and I'm hoping this happens, is that the Canucks fans, they want a huge haul for Hughes, but what are we going to actually get? Like, what is the deal going to do? And this is like a crucial, monumental moment for the Vancouver Canucks, because if they screw this up, we're messed up for even longer. So I always said, if we have to trade Hughes, then let's do a full rebuild. Let's do it. And everyone's on the table. I think no matter what happens, even if we don't trade Hughes, which I do think it's going to happen, I believe that Kane and Sherwood are being moved before the deadline. And you just need to understand that. So it could be DeBrusk, it could be Besser, it could be Garland, it could be Hronek, it literally could be anyone. But I think for sure Sherwood and Kane are going, and now I'm convinced that it's going to be Quinn Hughes that is going to be gone. And the rumors are flying, and people are just making them up. You're getting national press for just making up a trade. This is what I'd like to see from the New York Rangers, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, you're seeing people quote other people from Twitter. It's like, what? You're just a guy like me, you have an X account. Like, okay, so Twitter account and cool. That's great. I'm glad you're getting attention. But like, what is the real deals that happen? Like, Carolina is a legitimate guy. Washington keeps being in the mix, but they keep saying things like Leonard is untouchables. And then it's like, well, we need a second line center in return. Like, I don't care what the trade is, or a first line center for that matter. That has to be in the deal. Then there has to be some kind of prospects or picks or whatever. Like the New Jersey deal, it seems like it's going to be the most. Well, I mean, New Jersey's got to step up, or they're just going to say, in a year and a half, we're going to get them for free. And that's fine. They shouldn't blow up their whole team. But Canuck fans want Hischier. Of course, I want Hischier too. But the New Jersey Devils aren't going to let go of Hischier. And if Washington's not going to let go of Leonard, then move on. There's other teams that are willing to move key players. I don't know what Vegas is offering. I just know that they've called. Philadelphia, that is a very intriguing one. What if they got a guy like Michkov in that deal? What if, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know what the pieces are going to be, but you start like dreaming a little bit. And like the Minnesota Wild, is it Rossi's finally in the deal? The Rangers, I mean, they have old centers all the way down. I don't think that's a legitimate one. It's like, oh, let's go get Lafreniere. Okay. Why? Why? That's not going to help us. I mean, it's going to help us right now, but it's not going to help our future. I think the one that everyone is just at this spot, and it's this one right here. It's Quinn Hughes going to Detroit. If you look at it, they have incredible young center depth in Casper and Danielson. So if you can get one of those guys, one of the two, then you should be kind of happy about that, right? So this is where we're at. We're in the battle for the basement. We keep losing the basement games. Guys, when we lost to Calgary, it was an all-time low. People have stopped watching. People don't care. All the views are down for every content creator. I'm telling you right now, maybe nationally it comes up a little bit, but it's like locally, it's awful. People are like, and this is what Quinn would look like in a Red Wings uniform. So this is where we're at. This is where we're at. So yeah, what do you think? Who do you think he's going to be traded to? But it's a bigger issue than this, because really it comes down to health, and the battle for the basement is we're not winning games. You know that we're bad. You know that we're a basement dweller team. When teams come to town or we go to their barn and they're playing their backup against us, we've played more backups than we've played starters this season, because nobody fears this Canucks team, and that's what sucks. That's what sucks about this team. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to be there, but it is what it is. The thing is, there's always drama. There's always interesting things going on in Vancouver land, and I just don't know. So people are all in, and they want to tank for McKenna. And there are so many good players in that draft. We got to get a top 5 pick, everyone. Like that's where we're at. And if you think, oh no, I mean, Demko might mess up like that, we're going to get first. But I'll tell you right now, with those centers, we need Pettersson back badly, and we need another center. So like that's the thing. That's why when it comes to New Jersey, it might look more of a deal like this, but you got to move money out. So Mercer would be our second line center. Then you got 2 defensemen coming back and a first and a second. I mean, I've just made that up. Okay. So I'm not saying this is reported, but a lot of people hate that one. But the Detroit one looks way better, because you've got, and maybe I should show you guys this, but let's see. Can I go? Yeah, let's just bring this one back up, and I'll go to, I got to remove this and I got to add this. That's how it works. Let's go to Detroit. Okay, let's go to Detroit, and then we'll call it a day on the video. But this is where it's interesting. So right now, obviously they're not moving Larkin. Okay, let's stay off of that train. But Danielson and Casper are the 2 centers there on that third line that could be really, really good. And then defensively, you've got Edmondson. He is just a monster. I like him just for his size, but Sandin Pellikka is phenomenal as well. And so either one of these 2 guys are going to be in the mix as well, plus probably some picks. I'm interested in this deal a lot, and that's why I'm sitting there and saying Detroit makes the most sense. But if you ask me, RevTrev, where is Quinn Hughes going? Where is he going? I don't think he's going to Detroit. I think he's going to the New Jersey Devils. That's just what I think. And so I'll show you what I put down. This is what I thought. This is how off I was, everyone. Hughes brothers trade possibility. So we get Jack and Luke, and we trade EP40, Verlander, Marcus Pettersson, and Höglander, and a first round 2025 pick. That was in 2026. Would New Jersey actually do this? They're like, no, we're going to go and get Quinn Hughes ourselves. So I'm sure you're on the tank for McKenna train. I get that. I'm there now too. Get a top 3, top 5 pick, because we're not going to win with these centers. It's just not possible. When do we make this move? I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. I'll be reporting all of it. And thanks so much for everyone for coming. I'll hit the promo and we'll end it. Thanks again. Appreciate you. And of course, always we're gonna believe in blue and cheer for this Canucks team. Go Canucks. Go.